Hi, so welcome to my channel, and today we are looking, because it is Mental Health Awareness Week, I want us just to home in as Christians, and I want us to look and ask the question, is it okay to seek mental health advice and medication? So that's what we're going to be looking at. So let's get going. Let's take these hinds feet and let's explore and see where it takes us. Okay, I've got a quick question for you. If you had a heart attack and you ended up in hospital, unfortunately, and you spoke to a heart doctor, and that heart doctor said to you, I need to give you this medication, it's warfarin, and what it does is it thins your blood, and that enables you not to really lower the amount of chance of you having another heart attack. Would I take it? Would you take it? I know I certainly would take it, because that is something that is going to help me. Now, do you think God would have a problem with me taking that medication? No, I don't either. And actually, it's the same with our mental health, okay? The problem is that in our brain, not our heart, not our soul, not our bit that's the child of God, but in our brains, what happens is chemical imbalance makes us think really, negative thoughts. It gives us anxiety. It gives us that we want to punish ourselves and self-harm ourselves, and all our thinking is all skewed. And basically, by going to see a mental health expert, that expert might say, okay, the chemical imbalance in your brain, I'm going to try this medication. So if I actually take that medication, do you think that's right? If that medication is going to help me and give me a better quality of life, help me to be able to really step out for God, to help me be able to have a good standard of living and life, do you think God would want me to have that? I think he would. If I was a father, certainly if my kids had to make a choice about medication, and if it was going to better their life, then of course as a parent you would want that. You would want your child to be able to have that help. And I believe that actually God is the same. God has actually created the brains of these people that have come up with all this scientific stuff. Now, this is a physical thing in our brains. Okay, this is not about how we don't have that much faith in God. And actually, as Christians, what happens here for us is that the devil gets in there every opportunity, and he uses the fact that we have all these doubts and questions that fly about our heads. I mean, how many of you have thought, well, if I was actually a good Christian, if I had enough faith in God, then I should really be able to just pray to God and God will make it all go away. Clearly, I haven't got enough faith then. And actually, that is not the case. This is a scientific chemical imbalance in your brain that does skew your thinking. There are really bad mental illnesses, schizophrenia, and there's various different ones. And that is not the people. It's not they are bad people, therefore they have schizophrenia. It's something that has happened through time, through generations, through DNA, different things that I have no idea about. But I know that my Father in heaven doesn't want me to suffer in any way. So actually, by taking that step, it's not a lack of faith. It's actually a step of faith. I want you to think about it that way. That actually by seeking mental health instruction through experts, I wouldn't go to the vicar of my church and ask him for heart advice, because actually that's not what he's not trained in that, but a heart doctor is trained in that. So whatever the heart doctor says, I would then take advice from the heart doctor, and it works it works the same way. And so I just really want to encourage you this week. It's Mental Health Awareness Week. To actually think, there are going to be seasons in your life where you will really struggle with mental health. You might have anxiety. You might really question your relationships. You might really, be really, really down and really, really low and be depressed and clinically depressed. And clinically means it's a medical situation. It's not, you don't have enough faith, therefore you're depressed. Okay, so I want you to get that out of your head right now. That is not the case. I'm coming to you here from a person that a few years back, about 10 years back, I was really, really down. I've had a pretty hard life, and not woe to me and get the violins out, but I've gone through quite a few different things, and if you want to check out the videos, you'll be able to see my testimony and different things that have happened in my life. And I just want to share with you the fact that I did have to go on antidepressants. I did self-harm, unfortunately, but I did it nearly on a daily basis because I hated myself so much. And actually, because of the pain inside, you felt that when you actually self-harm, when you did things and you felt pain, that actually that justified the head pain that you were feeling. And that's, there's lots of different things that happen through mental health and mental illness. And it's okay to be able to seek help and to reach out. And God wants us to reach out. I really believe there might be other people that don't believe that. But, I believe that God called it, be strong and courageous. Like we have to run with perseverance the race that's marked before us. And God wants us to do that with the best of our ability. If I had to run a race and I had heavy backpack on, and it was like, we're talking really heavy, and I had to walk about for the rest of my life and run about and get in cars and do this and do that and go swimming with this backpack on, I just wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to succeed. I would need to take that backpack off and actually be able to run the race. And by taking antidepressants or going and seeking the mental health advice and getting advice on how to train your thoughts, to do cognitive behavioral therapy, like psychoanalysis and stuff, to have that help is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So I just want to encourage you as Christians to reach out if you're really struggling with this. So many people struggle with their mental health, and it doesn't mean that you don't have enough faith. Okay, one thing that as Christians we should do in this situation, as well as this is help, this is expert help, this is diagnosis, this is pills, and this is God, and this is having them both working together for good. So thumbs up, guys. Keep going and keep persevering this race and our journey that God is taking us on.